Let's take a look at Schmidtchens Rifles and Firearms. These are the final touches that I've made to this structure. Let's review a little bit about this kit. It's a Bar Mills Scale Model Works kit, and as you can see here, it was a limited edition, one of 500, and then later re-released. It's got a lot of nice features in it. It has actually 3 different buildings, multi-story, split level, skewed walls, stone foundation, a copula, and many other features. I had fun building this thing, and let me show you the final details of it right here. Here's where we left off from our last video about a week and a half ago, and I also did 2 live streams that lasted about 4.5 hours of just small details. Before we get started, here's a few photos of the final structure, so you could just anticipate what it took to get to this point right here, and then on to the very final photos. And let's not forget about the very delicate weather vane on top. Here's the 3-pane window. I already put the glass in there, and this is peel and stick. So we're going to do the same thing with this. This is also peel and stick, and this will go right up on top of that piece. Just going to get the backing off of here. I like to hold it on both ends. Get that centered in there like that. And then come down and hold it on the bottom. And before I press down on it, make sure everything is straight. That's one. We got 3 of these things. So I'm going to leave it on there and then attach it. Attach that. And then break off the top piece that holds them all together. There's a lot of detail to be seen in these laser cut windows, as you can see right here. All the roof detail and the small trim is very time consuming, as you can see right here. I still have to fill in these gaps right here and finish off the copula and do the other roof and the skylights, and of course there's the trim that goes on top of this roof right here, and those pieces right there fit underneath on all 4 sides, which is going to be fun to do. I put some supports on the underside of the back building roof, and I have a few of the minor details here. Not too much to do left. I'll have to put the roof on here because I got everything on that one so far. So I'll be able to glue that roof on, and then here are the little pieces for this roof right here that go in the little seams right there. Boom. Here's a view of the main building and the back building with all the small details under the eaves, as you can see right here. The trim on the main building was very delicate and a lot of pieces to cut at precise angles, but it's well worth it because of all the detail that you can see in this kit. Now here is the foundation. I used 3 different pieces of plywood, and it took some time to glue everything together, and I had some small pieces that I had to add to it to bring out the terrain a little bit further than what I first anticipated, but it was well worth the effort. I decided against using the Schmidtchens Enterprises stones that I had in stock. But then I used the spare piece of wall that I had. Now here it is. I cut it down to fit all along there and over here. Now I have it primered right now, so I have to match this right here. So that's going to look better with the matching stone instead of that big stuff right there. That's way big. You'll notice on the top I also cut the stones and shaved them down, smoothed them so they're not straight, you know, from the cut. So I think I did a pretty good job on it. What do you think? It's gonna look nice once I get it all weathered. Painted it a little bit more, and then I bent them to fit the contour. Now I just have to glue it into place. It's been a while since I used Sculpt-A-Mold, probably maybe 3 to 4 years. I mixed it till where it was nice and thick, but I probably could have made it thicker because it looks still pretty soupy right there. I just put that on about 5 minutes ago, so I just finished cleaning up. But my track is going to go right through here, and I have the stone walls over there, and I can smooth this out once this stuff dries up. And that's the hardest part of this last part, because it took a long time to wait for the glue to dry, because I got 3 layers of plywood here, and then I had to paint it on both sides. Had to wait for everything to dry in between the gluing. And now that I got the stonework done, oh yeah, I painted the track. So that's the track right there. I have to buff out the top, but I did this. You can see I curved it with the heat gun, and I weathered this a little bit. I used the what is it, charcoal with a little bit of India ink, and then the white, dry brushed the white on there. So I think it looks pretty good, if I do have to say so myself, and it matches the other stuff. The scenicking was done by laying out a thin layer of white glue and sprinkling on the scenic material, different colors and textures, and then going over it again with isopropyl alcohol from a pump airspray bottle, then going over it again with diluted white glue and adding texture where needed. You can see how I do this in several videos that I've done in the past 6 years on my YouTube channel. Just search for them using the search term scenery by tomstrainsandthings. It takes a while to do it in stages, but well worth the effort. The outer layers of the dark door come pre-drilled, and so all I had to do was take a number 77 drill bit and continue all the way through and use 28 gauge wire, this stuff right here, as the door handles. And you can see that the double doors right here. I already trimmed the one side, but you can see the other side, how I have it on there. I just twisted it through. I just threaded it through like a thread because it's real pliable. It's copper wire, and twisted it together, and I'm about to cut it off right there. So, and I could darken them up a little bit so they're not so shiny. There's those right there, and here's the other dock doors. A few more small details that needed gluing and then painting over. Here is a drone view of the last final details that I did on this building. I also use matte finish on the inside of the windows to frost them up a little bit. I added a bit of rusted pipe acrylic paint to the door handles on all the dock doors, just to give it a little bit of weathering and take the shine off the wire that I used. This kit came with many detail parts in a small bag, but all I used was the chimney and the one smokestack. I'll reserve painting the rest of the details when I have about 2 or 3 more kits of details to put together, so I have a bunch at one time. Keep an eye out for more structure kits that I'll be doing. I have a lot of them. I probably have about 20 more to put together. The next one I'm going to do is another bar mill scale model kit, but a very small one, Earl's Oil. And that'll go real nice next to my other fuel facilities right back there. So keep an eye out for them. There's a lot coming. And so until the next time, we'll see ya. And have fun with those structure kits or whatever else you're doing.